Nutrition here. It is Glyco-Durance birthday week, and I've had a lot of people emailing and texting over the last couple of days asking for a bit more of a history of Glyco-Durance. Where did it come from? How do we develop the product? Some of the technology that was used in coming up with Glyco-Durance. So I thought I'd address some of those things today. The project was started back in, I guess, probably about 2012. We were working with some of the high performance coaches and teams, and they were looking for, specifically an alternative to what was currently available at the time. There was, kind of a laundry list, if you want to call it that, of, they were looking for something clean, something that was alkaline, because that whole, the whole alkaline concept, was starting to get some press, back 6 or 7 years ago. An all-in-one, something that an athlete could use as a liquid diet, as a liquid nutrition, not having to deal with any sort of solids or any types of food, and something that has an extremely fast gut emptying. They wanted to, again, to help eliminate GI issues. So we started the development process looking at and working with different athletes, trying to figure out, first, what causes the GI issues, what are the key trigger points. This seems to be universal with athletes, when something starts to go wrong. So that's where it started. Looking at different carb sources, that's where we came up with the development of the carb source that we're currently using. And then it was the electrolyte blend. And the electrolytes came out of, almost a full year's worth of clinical trials. We did a 26-week clinical in Europe with 60 athletes. And we looked at basically, pH levels, sodium absorption, magnesium absorption, potassium absorption, calcium absorption over a period of 26 weeks. We would do the blood work. We would do a test, between 13 and 19 tests a day on course. And then we would go back, we'd tweak the formulas and do it all over again the following week, trying to fine tune. And that's really was the development of the electrolyte blend that is in both Glyco-Durance, Hydro-Durance, Endurance 5-to-1, as well as a standalone as Electro-Durance. So again, we looked at a number of different options, trying to find that magic formula, and that's really where we came up with Glyco-Durance. We launched the product 6 years ago this week, which is exciting. The product, Glyco-Durance, has been the on-course nutrition for the ITU World Championship. So in Penticton in 2017, we were the first nutrition to be used with the ITU Multisport World Championships. We were also the on-course in Denmark in 2018, even going back as far as 2016 and 15 and 17, I guess. For about 3 or 4 years, we were the on-course nutrition for the Canadian National Championships. And again, on-course at multiple long-distance, long-course Ironman, 70.3 Ironman. Calgary was one of the big ones last year. A number of other half-distance Ironmans around the world, or half-distance triathlons around the world. Again, a couple other unique things with Glyco-Durance is it can be frozen. Again, that's one of the only carb products that you can freeze and will come right out of solution once it's thawed out, which is kind of unique. Most of the other carbs, because of the sugar content, as soon as you freeze it, that sugar crystallizes, and when it comes out of solution, it comes completely apart, and you end up with chunks and bits and pieces. You don't get that with Glyco-Durance because of the fact that there is no sugar in it that will crystallize. And again, you can also do super bottles, which is something that you really can't do with a lot of the other carb products in the industry. We have many of our athletes that will blend 800 calorie bottles. They'll take 8 scoops of Glyco-Durance into one standard bike bottle and use that as a super bottle concept, where they're bringing water in from on course, but their nutrition is purely liquid from the Glyco-Durance as a concentrated format. So one of the other things that we found with Glyco-Durance during the whole development process is that we found that most athletes were able to consume about 25 to 45% more calories using Glyco than what they could using standard carb-based products. So it's birthday week. We've got some great specials coming out. We've got a giveaway contest that starts tomorrow. We've also got a special that'll start tomorrow with every bottle of Glyco-Durance, you get a premium water bottle. So anyways, have a great weekend, guys. Happy training. Racing someday soon. Take care. Bye-bye.